Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. And some of you had been messaging me in the last 2 weeks that why I'm not posting and am I doing well or something like that. And I really appreciate that concern and love. But actually I did say in my last video that I won't be posting for 2 weeks anything because I will be on vacation. I really needed it. But anyways, so I'm here once again. And today's video is actually, when I was making today's video, it went more than 30 minutes. So I decided to actually break this video into 2 videos. And I know I could have put timestamps, but to be honest guys, that makes you guys also skip. And if the video is too long, then I know it just, you cannot concentrate and it just gets boring. And that's why I divided into 2 parts so that you guys can look at every point which is worth noticing in these 2 videos. And I'm not saying that for the sake of watch time hours, guys. I mean, I would be dishonest if I would say that I don't care about it. I do care, but that's not my first motive. So, and I know that the position I'm at now regarding YouTube, I can easily reach that with your love and affection. So that's not my first motive. So my first motive is to help you guys out to make your decision much more easier. And yeah, that's it. And that, if you are really satisfied with your decision, then I'm the happy person. So I hope that you would really like this video, and if you do, please destroy, smash that like button. And of course, if you're new here, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well and hit that notification bell icon as well, because that really helps me and that helps the channel to be promoted to the people out there who really need this content. Okay, so that's too much of rambling. Now let's just get right into the video. So like I said, I have divided the video into 2 parts. So today's video, for your convenience, will be just containing of 2 topics. First, what is the company about, what they are doing, how they are doing, so the introduction about the company. And the second, my bullish analysis, every point which is pointing towards this company's success. Okay, so let's hop into the video.
So let's talk about our first part of the video. Yes, we are going to talk about Virgin Galactic today. Those who don't know what Virgin Galactic are doing as a company, so Virgin Galactic is a British spaceflight company within the Virgin Group. It is developing commercial spacecraft and aims to provide suborbital space flights to space tourists and suborbital launches for space science missions. And the company was founded by Sir Richard Branson, who is also the owner of Virgin Group, which includes approximately 400 companies, and Sir Burt Rutan. So like we already saw what Virgin Galactic is doing, but just to clarify it much more. So we are the world's first commercial spaceline and vertically integrated aerospace company. With our sister company, the Spaceship Company, we are developing and operating a new generation of space vehicles to open space for everyone. That means commercial space tourism. And how they are doing it? By this VSS Unity project. So Virgin Galactic operates the reusable Spaceship 2 spaceflight system. This consists of White Knight 2, a custom-built carrier aircraft, and Spaceship 2, the world's first passenger-carrying spaceship. So this is the White Knight 2, which carries this Spaceship 2 in the middle. So the White Knight 2 is a custom-built 4-engine designed to carry Spaceship 2 up to an altitude of 50,000 feet. So the White Knight 2 with its turbojet carries the Spaceship 2 in the middle into the air up to 50,000 feet. And when it reaches this altitude, the White Knight releases the Spaceship 2 into the atmosphere and blasting the Spaceship 2 with its passenger at 360,000 feet or 109,000 meters above the Earth, giving them 4 to 5 minutes of zero gravity experience. And the spacecraft then re-enters the atmosphere and glides back to the Earth on any conventional runway. And guess what? The passengers officially become astronauts. Okay, so now let's move on to our in-depth analysis. So before I look into a company for investment purposes, I always look at the people behind this company. And Virgin Galactic, without any doubts, has a really good team of management with well-experienced, leadership qualities in this field. But apart from that, these 2 people right here, George Whitesides and Shamat Palihapitiya, takes or keeps my attention the most, because of the following reasons. So George Whitesides, who is the ex-CEO, yeah, don't worry, he still belongs to this company and we will cover this later, has already served as chief of staff for NASA. Yes, so that's a huge plus point. And on the other hand, Shamat Paliafitia, you can Google him. He has invested in one of the biggest companies like Facebook, AOL, Winamp. So he has the experience and he has looked into the businesses from an investment point of view. And this guy right here has invested around $100 million into Virgin Galactic. Now, if this guy has a huge confidence into this company and already have invested, I mean, why shouldn't we? This is just my point of view. And the other cool thing about Virgin Galactic is that they recently announced Michael Cole-Glazier as the Chief Executive Officer. So who is this guy and why is such a cool thing? This is why it's a cool thing, because Michael Cole-Glazier had a successful career at the Walt Disney Company, bringing over 3 decades of experience in developing and growing consumer-oriented multi-billion-dollar business strategically, commercially, and operationally. Most recently, Michael was president and the managing director at Disney Parks International. So this is why I think it's a really cool thing and it's a really good step for the business. And I'm no way saying that the ex-CEO George Whitesides was doing something wrong. No, but this step was maybe needed according to my point of view, because Michael has a huge record and experience with world-class consumer experience, and this is what a CEO needs to do when they are dealing with rich people. They need to deliver really good experience in the flight, and they need to advertise properly this product. And Michael has the right experience and seems to be the right guy for this. And like I said, George Whitesides is the ex-CEO but is not out of the business. Now he has been put into the area with his expertise. He will be the Chief Space Officer for the upcoming projects, which are high-speed mobility or hypersonic and orbital spaceflight programs. And these are the 2 projects which will be the highest revenue generator for Virgin Galactic, and George Whitesides will be heading these operations. So it's a good decision and a win-win situation, right? So George Whitesides is not out of the business. He has been appointed to a much valuable and more efficient part of the business where his expertise will be needed and will be much more efficient for the business. Since we are talking about bullish analysis, what could be better than doing a deal with NASA? And this is not just one deal. They had 2 deals. So the first one is that they entered into Space Act agreement with NASA to facilitate the development of high-speed technologies, which is the hypersonic. So for those who are not aware about hypersonic technology, so supersonic and hypersonic aircrafts are the aircrafts capable of traveling at speed faster than the speed of sound and 5 times the speed of sound respectively. So Virgin Galactic is currently working on this technology, and if this will be executable, this will drastically reduce international travel times, and this could be another revenue generator with this technology for Virgin Galactic. And like we saw, Mr. Whitesides, the ex-CEO, would be the head of this project. So I think this would definitely work until they find the right customers for this. So in partnering with NASA, Virgin Galactic will be using Mark III as the hypersonic flight and commercial spaceflight operations, which will make sure that consumer access to safe, customer-driven, efficient, and environmental friendly responsible transportation. Like I said, there was not just one deal. This is the second handshake with NASA. Shares of Virgin Galactic did surge after announcement that it will train astronauts for NASA. So guys, isn't this exciting? This is exciting. Even they are excited. See? So what does this mean? This means that they will be partnering up with NASA on a special program which is called the Private Orbital Spaceflight Program, in which NASA will or can use the space training infrastructure of Virgin Galactic to train their astronauts. And not just NASA, guys, also with Boeing. So Boeing and Virgin Galactic had a strategic partnership, pledging to invest $20 million into the spaceflight startup. And apart from those incredible deals with NASA and Boeing, they recently achieved another milestone, that is, they are just 2 space flights away from getting FAA license, which is Federal Aviation Administration license, which ensures that the space flights are safe to travel because it's regarding human safety, and they are just 2 space flights away. And this is, guys, really not easy to get such a license, and it's quite fast for them. So this is yet another milestone which Virgin Galactic has reached, and it adds up to my bullish analysis. Since we are talking about some of the good news which also are really good triggers or stimulus or catalyst for a stock price to rise, this is what one of the analysts has to say. They cannot help notice that SP stock is a victim of poor timing. Based on the technical trends, it's quite possible that were not for the Ronda situation bringing a hard stop to global economy, Virgin Galactic could be one of the best performers of 2020 between the beginning of January through Feb 19. Shares more than tripled in market value. And this is what another great analyst, Louis Navellier, has to say about this company. For those who are not aware about Louis Navellier, one of the really big players of the Wall Street and no stranger to Wall Street definitely. In fact, his company manages approximately $2.5 billion in assets. This is what he has to say. I'm assigning an A rating to this controversial stock, which is Virgin Galactic, because I'm bullish on the space tourism market and because it's better to get in early than to watch it take off. Wishing you were aboard the ship. And why these analysts are so bullish on this particular company? Because there are many articles online and you can see the statistics that the compound annual growth of global space tourism market is supposed to reach or increase by 14% by 2021. And here there is another article saying that the space tourism market will register a 16.6% compound annual growth by 2024. If you see here as a bigger picture, the global space economy going from $350 billion today to $1.1 trillion by 2040. And this is the bearish case. In the bullish case, it might reach up to $1.75 trillion market by 2040. So this brings an upcoming huge potential for this industry. So we talked about the potential global market for space tourism and the potential revenue from the Virgin Galactic point of view. But what about the current revenue? They already have $80 million deposits for the inbound flights and customers from 60 countries, and also strong pipeline of 2,500 plus inbound customer inquiries since order book paused in 2014. So the commercial sales activities actually paused in 2014 and they are paused since then. So this pipeline of pending inbound customer inquiries can also be converted into revenue. So this is how the direct sales funnel model for Virgin Galactic looks like, which is scalable from end-to-end customer point of view. So they have this prospect pool, that means the registrations of pool of registrations, which has increased up by 15%. They also have this new one small step model in which you can actually reserve a seat for future space flights by paying just $1,000. And then, like we saw, that 600 future astronauts as of April 29, 2020 have already registered and submitted deposits, which is representing a total of $80 million in deposits and which can be converted as a potential revenue of $120 million.
So are you ready to take off?
Oops. I don't think so, at least not me, because it costs $250,000 for one flight. Well, after looking into that price, $250,000 for one journey, I mean, you must be wondering, who are these people who might pay for this? And here's your answer. There is an estimated growth of $10 million plus net worth individuals and is supposed to increase by a compound annual growth of 6% by the year 2023. And here are your numbers, guys. These are the people who can afford such experience. I mean, definitely not people like you and me, but here they are. And to be honest, guys, those $250,000 for going into space and becoming an astronaut for a few hours is, I mean, it's definitely worth, and those people can definitely pay for that. I mean, just look at this. There are already existing crazy recreational packages, a yacht rental for a week, $500,000, private island rental, $230,000, one night in a hotel suite, $80,000, a private jet travel from New York to Los Angeles, $100,000, to London $100,000, and to South Africa $250,000. So why wouldn't they go to space with $250,000? I mean, these things are so common, and the rich people, I mean, they have been experiencing these things already. I mean, they might be bored of it. So going into space is a completely different experience, and $250,000 now doesn't sound so expensive, right? So now, considering those facts, Virgin Galactic has taken out this number, and let's say the annual passengers flown up to year 2023 has increased and the number comes to 3,242, then that gives us an approximate revenue increase of 48%, which amounts to $590 million. And the best part about this is that they consider a 66% of profit margin per flight. Now this is huge, guys. So this means this is how the income statement of Virgin Galactic in the coming years up till 2023 might look like. The total revenue increased by 167.3%, which amounts up to $590 million, and gross profit increase of 360.3%, which amounts up to $431 million. Now guys, of course, this is a perfect scenario. If everything goes well and every decision is executable for Virgin Galactic, then this is the case. And now, considering the global economy, things might slow down, but I am sure that they have considered the current economy and the current economy situation, because this is from the investors presentation in 2020 first quarter. So I'm sure they already considered the loss and everything going on around, and this is what they project as the financial summary, and this looks astonishing and, to be honest, really good.
So that's it guys for today. I really hope that you like this video, and please wait for the second one, which will contain the further topics, the financials of the company, how the company is doing, the stability of the company, the risk involved in the company, because with every investment there are risks involved, and you have to know the risk involved, because then only you can decide your risk to reward ratio. And at the end, my verdict about Virgin Galactic. So stay tuned until the next one, and until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Ciao.